everybody, welcome back to the United Show. It is
Hello,
episode...
everybody. Welcome back to the United Show.
Oh, get out of here, you Mike. Anyway, welcome back to the stream, lads. Welcome back. It's good to be back, lads. Episode number 11. Obviously, we have a dummy now. He was impersonating me, so yeah, it's all good. Back here, lads. So we're back now. We have Niall, we have Ciaran, and we also have the legendary Dom in the chat. So how y'all doing, lads? Yeah, I've been sarcastic on the last one, but anyway.
Not too bad, mate.
I'm all good. Dom is hyped up for this one, I think.
RJ's got commitment issues. He'll try and fix that for you.
Jesus, you're going to get me copyrighted by flaming Ollie Ball.
Oh my god. Anyway, right, okay, so let's talk about our first topic is Manchester United now in the Europa League final after beating Roma on aggregate 7. No, sorry, correction. It was 8-5 on aggregate. 3-2 last night. So, Ciaran, in a nutshell, what your opinions on the tie? How did it go? Did it go your way, or what do you think?
I mean, overall, obviously, yeah, when it couldn't have really gone too much better. I mean, to win 8-5 on aggregate, you can't argue too much with that. I mean, the second half performance in the second leg was really the only half of football where I really thought that game was in doubt. Maybe the first half of the first leg, but realistically, it was pretty well done and dusted after that first leg. And Edinson Cavani is just what a man. What a man Edinson Cavani is, and what form he's showing as well. I reckon he'll score the winner in the final. That's what I'm predicting. I have that feeling that he's going to show up in a big moment once again. But he's just on ridiculous form right now. So, he's obviously a massive, weapon for us to use in that final. We've got to make sure he stays fit because obviously he's, a little bit older. So, got to make sure he stays fit. But other than that, yeah, you can't really fault. You can't fault the way we went forward. I think defensively over the two legs, you could argue we weren't at our best. Obviously shipping the 5 goals in the end, but in the end of the day, we got through, and any result that was going to get us through, I'd take every day of the week. So I'm happy overall. And we're in a final. We've actually got a final to look forward to for the first time in 5 attempts. So hopefully we can make it count.
100%. Dom, what's your opinion on the tie against Roma?
Why are you so negative, RJ? Have more expression. Be more happy. We're through to a final. Come on. This is
okay.
Are you drunk?
He is. Come on. All right. Okay. So, Dom, what do you read? What was your opinions on the Roma tie?
It was a bit of an exhibition match, wasn't it? Bit hit and miss, but Eddie got the 2 vital goals we needed. Dave was a wonderful keeper once again, which shows he's still one of the best in the world. And it shows that he's got competition at Manchester United, and it's important that he does, because Dean Hendo's going to come and take his place next season. You heard it from me. I'm United source.
You had me until there, right? You had me until there.
Right? But we're United. We should be in finals every season. We should be going for a trophy every season. 2, 3 trophies. Hopefully get the trophy, and this is where it starts rolling with the United squad that we've got.
110%. Niall, what was your opinions on the 2 legs against Roma?
I mean, you tried to bottle it. Your players tried very well in the second half to try and bottle it. Like, I don't apologise to Dom, never, but he was definitely right about Tellez. But there shall be no apologising. Niall doesn't apologise. Yeah. But I have to change all the thumbnails because I may or may not have jinxed the team. I swear on my life that I did not do it on purpose. And no, my fingers are not crossed in my pockets. I can assure you that I did not try sabotaging Arsenal's Europa League semi-final against Good Evening, which I did successfully do very, very well. If you haven't seen why I did it, if you check out my Twitter at Niall_PAFC, you'll see that I made a thumbnail for the Arsenal boys winning the Europa League, but obviously they don't need that anymore. But if anyone wants to use it for like a career mode sort of thing, be my guest.
Yeah, so Souls, if you're wanting a man, I know you've started the series, you can use it. But also, we just have to say, drink responsibly. Dom is not someone to look up to when it comes to drinking. He will definitely drink a good few beers tonight. So
have a good one. Have a good one.
But at least he will not be as bad as Tom of last week. So it's all good. All right. So we move forward. Obviously, we're going to talk about something that happened quite recently. we're going to stick on the Roma topic. A certain new manager has become the new manager of Roma, and he's a former United manager, and it's only took 15 days for him to go back into managing after his then sacked from Spurs. Ciaran, what's your first thoughts of Jose on Roma? Now, look, we talk about what's going on United. That's how it is, right? So, Jose,
I actually think
the new Roma boss on the. I mean, crack on, RJ, crack on.
Why not? Why not?
It's kind of topical. It's kind of topical, I guess. But I mean, I guess I actually think he might do well there. To be fair, like in the Serie A, obviously in the Premier League, I don't think he's ever gonna really do much in the Premier League again. But I actually think the Serie A is almost the perfect league for him. Roma, there's a little bit of a rebuild job there to do. I mean, I don't know how much funds he's going to get, to be honest, and I don't know if he's going to be able to transform players if he doesn't get other players in and around him like he usually does. He usually likes to bring in experience and stuff, but I mean, I actually think it'll be a good test for him, and I think he needs that kind of step down a little bit if he wants to really kind of try and get back into the big job. Because I think after what happened, in his time at Spurs, which I mean, I thought he'd at least win one trophy. To be honest, I thought he'd do better than he did. Yeah. I thought he'd stay longer than he did, but obviously he's gone. But I actually think he'll do well. I think one of the biggest things as well is he likes that battle with Conte. Obviously at United, he had that battle with Conte as well. So I reckon he saw that and looked at that and saw they, obviously just won the Serie A or whatever, and he wants that battle. I'm sure he wants that battle. So it'll be interesting to watch, obviously from afar, and it's good that we're watching from afar, to be honest. But yeah, it's interesting to see how he'll do. But I actually think he'll do alright over there.
And were you surprised that it only took 15 days from getting sacked to Spurs to be the new manager of Roma? I mean, that's crazy, especially
it is. I mean, it shows how quickly football moves. But I mean, I think when that Sky Sports interviewer caught him outside his house and he said, I'm always. I think he said something like, I'm always around or something. Like, I'm always that's in true. Football. And when he said that, I was like, he's definitely got something lined up. So, even when Jose Mourinho's like, he's not managing at his best. Even when he's at this poor level, probably the worst level of his career right now in terms of his pedigree, there's still going to be clubs out there going for him because he's that sort of guy. So I'm sure he had this lined up, and maybe he knew that Spurs was going to sack him, and maybe he had this in the wings. Maybe Roma had kind of sent him that little offer already, because I know their manager was kind of already under scrutiny before we actually played them. So maybe they were looking for new guys anyway, but who knows? But yeah, football moves fast, and obviously with Jose Mourinho as well, he's always going to be about somewhere. So yeah.
Yeah, all right. We're going to talk to Dom. And Dom, what's your opinion on Jose going to Roma? Do you know he's the next United
you could let me
manager?
A drink, RJ. Fucking hell.
All right. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Alcoholic. Go on. Now, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Are you ready to go? Okay.
Who, me? Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Now we'll go to you first. We'll let Dom fucking drink. Obviously, it's a good point for him. So Jose at Roma.
The Italian league is a bit shit, isn't it? So I suppose that'll really help him. Shit manager league. Then you've got the fact that Roma are just a bit shit, which is true. Watching them over the two legs against United just shows how shit they really are. There's no real nice way to describe Roma apart from a bit shit. Defensively, they're a shambles, but to be fair, United defensively are not much better at the moment. The only difference is United have like Cavani, Greenwood, Rashford, Bruno, like Pogba. There's a little bit of a difference between United's attack and Roma's attack, isn't there? Also, Harry Kane isn't going to Roma, neither's Heung-min Son. So I don't know how Jose's going to deal with that team. Apparently, there's also a lot of young players, and we all know Jose has an agenda against young players. So, I mean, I'm guessing most of their careers are over, or they're going to be moved on swiftly, which is a shame for them because some of them do look quite good. But Jose prefers old people than young people. It's not something you'd associate with an old man, but yeah, I mean the fact that I don't know what more to say.
Yeah, no.
Jose obviously likes the more mature guys and the younger guys.
Okay, anyway, let's
Not
move
for
on,
me.
right? Dom, oh my god. Dom. All right, Dom, what's your opinion on Jose, doing the opposite of what you would do?
You know what, right? I think Jose will survive in that Italian league. The football
Just
suits him.
survive.
The football suits him. The part of the bus, 10 men behind the ball, it suits Jose perfectly. Will he succeed with Roma? Probably not. They haven't got the players. Like Pellegrini is their best player on that pitch. Dzeko maybe, but
He's a bit old.
they haven't got the quality that he had under his United team, which won the Europa League.
Even
Did you know Arsenal are not in the Europa League anymore?
We do have to, we do have to say.
Got to
that,
remind
to
the
be fair.
folks.
Just thought I'd remind all the Arsenal fans out there. But
All
yeah,
right.
I think Mourinho do a good job personally. I think that football suits him. I think, like Ciaran said, he's washed up in the Premier League. I don't think he'll come back and win anything in the Premier League. And it's just funny how he put his CV on Instagram in about 8 pictures, and he got a job the next day. I wish I could fucking do that.
What are the chances? I mean, what are the chances? So yeah, look, we're also going to talk about our opponents in the final. Villarreal, managed under Unai Emery. Good evening, who knocked his old club out. Simple as that. Out of 10, how tough do you think this will be for United? And do you think we'll get the job done? We'll start with Ciaran this time again.
I think going forward, I reckon there's quite a few teams that. Well, I think realistically we should be too strong going forward, especially on the evidence of the last few games. Obviously, again, like you don't know what sort of squad we're going to have. Like we could have injuries between now and then, so you never know, what squad we're going to have to pick from. But going off what we've got right now and on the basis they're all going to be fit, then I think we'll have too much going forward, regardless if we ship a few goals. But the one thing that worries me is that. Like I know, obviously, everyone banters him with a good evening type thing. But to be fair, before he joined Arsenal, he actually had a bit of pedigree. I think he won the Europa League 3 times with Sevilla. Like the one thing he knows how to do in management is to win the Europa League, and that he'll have that experience under his belt. So even though I don't think this Villarreal side is as good as the Sevilla sides he had, I think he still has that pedigree. So that's the one thing we've got to watch out for. And they've got a few decent players. Chukwueze, Pau Torres, of course, we're linked with him. So that could be a little bit of an audition for the future. But in the end of the day, I think we should have enough to overpower them. Really, I think Arsenal kind of went out. I mean, they only went out by 1 goal. They only need to win 1-0 at the Emirates, and they couldn't do it somehow. I don't know how. Realistically, if Arsenal can nearly beat them over 2 legs, then we should be all right. We should be fine. So obviously, it's whoever shows up on the day in it. But I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
110%. Dom, you had a large stare there for a second. Are you all right? First and foremost.
110%. 110%.
Fucking get out of here, mate. Will you? Nah. Anyway, answer the question, will you? If you can.
We can't go into the final and thinking Villarreal.
Now he's not literate. Great, right? Okay, let's go.
So Villarreal. That's the word. We can't go into the game thinking it's going to be an easy match. It's a final. They've worked hard to get into a final. We've got to be wary of them. They've got good players. Coquelin, he's a fucking solid player, like a very solid player. They've got Gerard Moreno, who's a very decent player as well. And I think the keeper's Rulli, is it? Rulli?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's for a keeper who goes unnoticed, he's one of them. He's a fucking cracking keeper. How do I feel about it? I'm the same every time we go into a match for Man United. I'm just shit scared because you know what United can do. We can fuck it up in a matter of seconds. We are like one of the most inconsistent clubs in the past 5 years going. We can win trophies, we can concede, we can lose games to fucking Bournemouth, we can drop to 7th, we can finish 2nd, we can try and challenge for a title now and again. Hopefully, we're going to win the title next year. Inshallah, my brothers.
Oh, dear Christ. All right, okay.
No, I'm not done. But I think we will walk away with the trophy this season, RJ. I really do.
Okay.
I think Solskjaer's got it in him. And personally, I think this is where we start the trophy campaign with Solskjaer.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, what a way to start off! Start off with the Europa League trophy, then win the Super Cup by beating Chelsea, because we know that Man City ain't win that final. What? They will, man. Okay, look, Tuchel has it all back before. That rat has got his plan sorted. But we're going to talk about something that actually happened quite recently, and I think it happened either.
Hold up a fucking minute, you cheeky
Oh,
cunt.
apologies. All right, okay, sorry. The United fan has to speak. All right, now go on. What's
No,
your
I
feeling
was
about the
just
final
going to
of the
explain why United should win this.
Okay, go on.
Villarreal play of a high line. A very
Oh,
high
it's done
line.
then. It's done then.
Oh my
Right?
god.
Villarreal like playing with a high line, and United will be able to expose them. The issue is, Arsenal are just a bit poo. They're just a bit shit. They got a shit manager, shit fans, shit stadium, shit kit, shit players, shit tea lady. That tea lady has nothing on the Argyle tea lady. That's all I'm saying. Like they have shit sponsors. Like just everything around Arsenal is a bit shit. And there's also like that self-entitlement. I've used that word a fair few times in a certain group chat because their self-entitlement to expecting Premier League status is absolutely abysmal. No one is entitled to Premier League status. And when Arsenal are relegated to the Championship and Argyle are in Z Championship, do you know how unbearable I will be to Arsenal fans? This is true. But also big up to my fellow Jano. Gotta love a bit of Liam. Liam's a good lad. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check out his channel. He does like
Janitor.
5 minute.
What your club's name is the fellow janitors.
Janos, you twat.
Oh, janitor.
Janos, yeah. But if you haven't checked out Liam's channel, go check it out because he does like little 5 minute preview and reviews after Argyle games. They're quite good. So make sure you do that.
And also, like I said, we're just going to promote the message. Drink responsibly. Visit www.drinkaware.ie.
We have a different one. Matt's in the chat.
Oh, is he? No, he isn't. Oh, is he?
Drink responsibly, he says.
Oh, well, this is we're not going to be for long. All right, so this is what we're gonna all right, okay, so we're going to talk about from one person to another. We're going to talk to the Glazers, and a certain Glazer came out recently with a very special message towards us. Mr. Joel Glazer, obviously his relative, whatever his name is, the guy with the.
Hold on, what did the letter say? I need to see this letter.
So pretty much, if I'm not right, he wants to rebuild United in the way that they're going forward. Pretty much, he wants to work with the fans, etc. It's propaganda. Let's be real. But Ciaran, I know you've definitely looked into it. What's your opinions on it? What's your opinion?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It didn't exactly, win me over. I mean, to be fair, one thing I'm gonna, try and remain balanced. Well, some kind of balanced as you can be when discussing the Glazers. But that what they actually put in the letter, like in theory, wasn't that bad of an idea. Like obviously we want more, kind of discussion with the fans. But my issue with it is that. Why did it take this long and for this reaction for you to come up with that? To me, that suggests that they didn't care about it. They couldn't give a toss about it until they thought they were going to be financially hurt about it. And that's the bottom line for me. Really, is that I understand the sentiment. And obviously, again, these could easily just be promises that they're not going to keep, or I think I saw in the letter as well. They're saying that they're going to continue investing in the team or whatever, which suggests to me that we're going to see some signings this summer, which is obviously decent. But that obviously isn't going to change my mind on it. But in the end of the day, I just feel like as you said, RJ, it was propaganda, pure propaganda, just to keep the fans on side. Really, I don't think it's going to stop the protests. I reckon they'll still go ahead. But as I said, my issue with it is just the fact that it took a massive reaction from the fans for them to kind of say these things, which suggests to me that that's not how they genuinely feel. They're just saying that to get the fans off their back type thing. Which if it's not a genuine message, then I'm not asked to be honest. So that's my thoughts on it really.
Yeah, 100%. Now, what's your opinions on the open open letter from Mr. Joel Glazer?
it was so heartfelt, wasn't it? I could just see the tears running down Dom and Ciaran's faces as they read it, realizing. Oh my god!
Oh my!
Dom, when are you get bareback on stream?
This is taking
Right, lads, look, okay, this is not the Arsenal show, right? We're gonna
but
to a certain level. To a certain level.
Nah, the letter was just, as I said, it's propaganda. Like, do you know what? I would probably trust Donald Trump a little bit more than I would Joel Glazer. At least the only thing that Donald Trump wanted to do, which was nuke Iran, or Iraq, one or two. I can't remember. But Joel Glazer would probably want to nuke the entire world, as long as it got him a couple of billion quid. That man will do anything for money. Joel Glazer is literally the epitome of a billionaire prostitute. That man will do absolutely anything to get his hands on a bit of cash. He's just vile. They are vile people. RJ, you seem shocked with a lot of what I've said. I'm unsure of what you're shocked about. To be brutally honest with you.
I mean, you know, just the fact that you're saying that like Donald Trump wanted to blow up fucking Iraq or fucking.
No, I said he wanted to nuke Iran, which is true and factual.
It wasn't. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Dom.
I'll go get the news. I'll go get the article.
Dom, opinions on the open letter. Were you a big fan of it, or do you think it's a load of baloney? What do you think about it?
When I seen Joel Glazer come from the Man United app, I just thought, I'm not fucking reading that because he's just chatting out of his arse. Once again, he's a Glazer. He's only bothered about money. Money, money, money. That's all he cares about. He's not bothered about rebuilding this United or anything for the fans. As long as you buy that ticket when everything reopens and you get that 10,000 fan privilege, when he's making that money and making that buck, as you say in Ireland, making that bag, he'll be happy once again, RJ. You don't look very happy that I've criticised your Irish colony because you are Irish.
Well, you're a blank, so you don't have any right to talk. Anyway.
Tell me when you've received a ticket at Old Trafford, mate.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I don't live like 200 yards from it. All right. Anyway, we move forward, don't we?
All right, sofa.
Oh, big scary buzzer. Like, seriously. All right, let's move on, right? So another Glazer was also in the news. The other one, I don't know his name. He you know, let's worry.
Malcolm's in a box.
Afra, that's it. Yes.
Malcolm's in a box. No.
Anyway, so that certain Glazer was recently in news. He didn't say anything to a news reporter. He was asked, "Do you have any news about the fans?" Ciaran, did you see it? And what was your opinions on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
last comment.
Yeah, you.
Oh shit! I've just seen it as well. Bloody hell. Well, yeah. Well, listen.
There.
Listen, I think for me on that, I'm obviously you'd rather him speak, but I mean in some ways I'm not surprised because I think he knew that he had nothing to gain from speaking to her. Gonna be honest, I think he knew that whatever he said was gonna be basically clipped up and used against him. And I'm not defending him. Listen, I would have rather him say what what he wanted to say, and obviously you want that clarity, but I guess to see the other side of it, I mean, it was obvious that he was never going to speak. Really, he never speaks anyway. Even when he's kind of, like asked for a statement, he never actually speaks. So the idea that he would speak to a reporter, just kind of chasing him around, it was never going to happen. But obviously, I'd like to hear what he said. But I mean, odds are he'd just be chatting shit like the rest of his family. So we may as well just kind of, move on from that, I guess.
Yeah. No, what was your opinion on it?
No. Can I receive a message to Niall, please? You fucking wanker.
Wait, okay, hold on. We need some clarification.
Okay, I may or may not have put in the group chat that hashtag Dom is into bestiality.
Why?
You wanker.
To be fair, right? Everything happens on the United show, so we're no
Dom, I love you really, mate. Love you really.
Okay.
But yeah, what were we talking? Avram Grant.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Avram
Wow,
Grant.
this man.
Oh my god.
He's... oh, Jesus.
Yeah. This has to be turned into an 18+ stream. Jesus Christ, this is like his.
That can be arranged, RJ. It'll get the views up, mate.
No.
But nah, like for me, Avram, like the thing is, I sort of agree with Ciaran in a way. Anything he said was going to be used against him. No matter what he says, it was just going to get used against him. There is nothing the Glazers can say right now, apart from we've bought you Diaz, Jadon Sancho, and Frankie de Jong. Actually, no, scrap that. Unless they bought you Matthias de Ligt, Frankie de Jong, and Jadon Sancho, there's absolutely nothing the Glazers can say that is going to appease these fans. So there's that. And why is Velv asking Dom to do inappropriate things?
Okay.
Usually people charge for that, huh?
All right. Dom, right? or should we call you Megan Thee Stallion for what? Or what should we
Dom normally does that for free. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
Just ask someone like Tesco in Manchester, he'll happily do it for you outside.
I'm not from Manchester, you.
To be fair, if you put please at the start of your message, Dom normally does it on stream.
All right, Dom. Anyway, what's your opinion on the interview, the silent interview? What do you think?
Oh, with Sky News.
Yes.
Mr. Glazer, that one, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's got a lovely haircut, hasn't he? He's got a beautiful hair.
I suppose that's what you could call it.
How long has commented on LG? He didn't say anything.
Yeah, but are you surprised? What do you think? You know what I mean? Do you agree with the lads?
I
Seriously.
always wondered what was in that bag he had. That white bag. Did he have his lunch or something in there? Bet he had like a burrito.
Oh, burrito
with Man United printed on it.
Okay,
I am
anyway.
the Glazer who's going to run Manchester United. I am the one who's going to terrorise Man United fans for years and years. I am Avram. Is it Avram? Malcolm?
Yeah,
Avram.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking too many of the cunts in there. Anyway, Asim is in the chat. He says, give Ole 250 million in the summer. VD's in and picks up OT, and I might think about forgiving you. They're not going to get 250 million.
It'd be a start, wouldn't it? It'd be a start, like doing all that. But realistically, this is Avram Grant and Joel Glazer. No, Avram Glazer and Joel Glazer. I may or may not have inadvertently, accidentally got confused between your owner and the former Chelsea manager that was from Israel.
Oh yes, Avram Grant. What?
By the way, if you are new in the chat, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Yes, we are on 8.
For every new subscriber, Dom will spank his ass live on stream.
Oh dear Christ. Alright, okay, moving forward.
What, we're 8 away from 250. I'm trying to invent
Got a new subscriber.
Oh my god, no. For the love of God. For the love of God. Please take down the stream for the love of God, I beg you. As a fellow content creator as well as Ciaran, we do not want this on our fucking resume, you know what I mean? Be part of the stream. All right.
I'm bringing the views. I am the.
Yeah, RJ, leave it. The views after he spanked his butt, we got an extra 2 views.
all right. Look, all I will say, we don't want this channel to go downhill like another channel we know. Anyway, we're going to talk about on Sunday. Sunday is a very important day.
Hold up, there's more than one of us, and we have personalities. So that can't happen. I don't. Matt wants the link. I'm just gonna send Matt the link for banter.
Yeah, that's fair.
He is a United fan, I believe.
So, because of the riots, we have 4 games in a week, right? Now, at first, I was thinking to myself, Rashford's going to play all 4. Bruno's going to start all 4. Donny probably won't start a single one.
Rashford is not going to start all 4.
I know, but no, it was just stereotypical because of what he was doing, right? So, we play Villa this weekend. Jack Grealish is not going to play. He is fit, but Dean Smith is not going to start him because of fitness reasons, and he wants him to start for England. Now, what do you think the score will be? And what else will we ask? And who do you think will actually play a big factor in this game? Right. So we'll start with Ciaran again. We'll go in the same order that we always do. So
Why don't we start with Ciaran? Ciaran needs a break from going for.
No, but the thing is, we're going by like knowledge in Man United from like top to bottom, and that's why you're.
It's too kind.
All right, okay. So and we also have Matthew. Oh no, please, for the love of God! All right, what's up, Matthew?
Malcolm's in a box.
Oh my God!
Helpful. That's such an intelligent way of looking at life.
All right, okay. So Ciaran, talk about our
box in a box. Malcolm's in a box.
Oh my God!
Anyway. Ciaran, let's talk about this game, right? Sunday, big game against Villa. Score predictions and who do you think will be our main player? And you can even talk about it if you want.
Well, my score prediction, I reckon we'll win. I reckon there might be a little bit of a hangover, but I reckon we'll get the job done. I don't see Ollie playing that strong of a team. I don't see Ollie playing that strong of a team. But yeah. I think likely we'll see. I think we might. Well, I don't know. We might see a strong team and then he starts to bring people off because usually that's how he likes to roll. He likes to kind of start strong and then make subs. But I think probably in terms of players that will make the big difference, just the form players. I think Greenwood, obviously, he's on great form right now. Apart from that, defensive. I mean, to be fair, without Jack Grealish, I think Aston Villa are going to struggle to offer anything. So I think it'll be comfortable, especially without him. So I'm gonna go. I'll go with a 3-1 win to United. 3-1 win.
Okay, that's pretty good. Matthew, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Get off here, you fucking OnlyFans mom.
No, let him stay. Oh, I spelled
mate. No, this is not the Arsenal show, right? We allow some class here, right? We're not some fucking farmers from the backyards of nowhere who don't know anything about our club. Anyway. Right, so Matthew, talking about obviously Sunday against Villa, how important is this game for you as a fan, and also, what score prediction do you see?
Malcolm Glazer's dead.
Oh my God!
Oh my Jesus!
I don't know if this was a good idea, bringing him on stream.
Is there anything other than like offensively horrific things that you could say? Do you have that ability, Matthew?
I hope Alvin next.
If I'm laughing too, I'm gonna be sick.
And that's the easiest way to handle that.
Oh, okay, wow. Well, that's one of the most creative intros we've had. Dom, anyway.
Hello.
What's this? Oh, Winger.
Finger out.
Oh, well. Is what it is, doesn't it? Oh, that's the... Anyway, so Dom, yeah, how important is this game to you? What do you think score prediction will be, and who do you think will be our main player on Sunday?
Oh, Sunday against Villa.
Yes.
The game's important because look at the top 4, right? Look at Leicester City. Got beat 4-2 today. That opens multiple doors.
Let's go, you Geordies! Come on.
Shithole. But it also opens multiple doors. It opens different doors. United drop points against Villa. It lets Chelsea and whoever the other people are behind us. We don't really care about them because they are shit.
Yeah.
But every game's important for United. I think we should get him 4 wins out of 4 in the next 4 games.
Okay.
Is it 4 games that we play? Yeah.
Four games on the trot. Yeah, 4 games on the trot.
I think it should be 4 games that we win perfectly fine and get through, and then we can concentrate with that secured place at second, securing that European title. That European title. Just imagine Ciaran, Niall, Matthew, RJ, that trophy coming to Old Trafford, another trophy under Ollie. Under Ollie, no one fought it. Everyone wanted him out. The Poch couldn't get past City. Didn't beat City.
Yeah,
true.
Couldn't beat City.
True, yeah.
Not like my man Ollie. But your prediction, RJ.
Yeah, go on.
It's gonna be a tough one. Villa always are tough. They are a tough team. 3-1 Manchester United. Paul Pogba's going to get 2. He'll be our main player for that game.
Okay, good show, yeah.
And I think, who's going to be the biggest threat against us? I'm going to say Bertrand. Is it Bertrand Traore who plays for him? If he plays, he will be a big threat because I think there's one player that can make Luke Shaw work, and it will be that Traore, just because he's got very quick feet, and he also can play off Ollie Watkins as well, which is important. So he can also drag Luke Shaw narrow, which is a big problem with United's fullbacks at the moment, like we're seeing against Roma. But yeah, that's my thoughts, and I think we are going to beat Villa 3-1. Pogba will get 2. Bruno will get an assist to Cavani.
Perfect.
Yep, that's all I've got.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. All right, Matthew, other than what you said previously, could you please give your opinions on this United game, please?
Who do we play? Oh, shit.
We're playing Villa.
Aston Villa.
Oh,
Aston
dear.
Villa.
And I'm the fake United fan.
You funded the
To be
Glazers.
fair, Tom, you do twerk a lot for Liverpool.
I've just been twerking for the channels, Niall.
To be fair, we all know why Dom twerks for Liverpool. It's because he wants a certain scouse cock. But yeah.
Well, that's the 4th.
We're going to beat Villa.
Oh shit, 2. Yeah, I forgot.
3.
3-0.
Who's the 3rd?
Sonny, Genie,
Oh, I
Tom.
unfollowed him. Who's Sonny? I don't remember him.
Okay, here. Come on, Matthew. Answer the question. Jesus. Come on.
Oh, sorry. We'll beat Villa 3-0.
All right, fair enough.
That's all I have to say.
Main player, who do you think will be the standout player? You're very silent for some reason. Wait, what? Wan-Bissaka, okay.
Oh shit, sorry.
His parents have gone to bed.
No. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Okay. And Niall,
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
from the neutral point of view that you say you are, could you please tell
I'm
us
actually
why
Mason Green. I'm Mason Greenwood FC.
He's a United fan.
You're gonna win. Mason Greenwood hat trick.
United fan.
Okay.
He's gonna
Anything
do a
else to
madness.
say about the game?
Yeah, he's gonna do a madness and start waving at the cameras again with that cheeky little grin that he normally has whenever he's scored and people are giving him hate. So
you know what?
Big up Mason.
No offense to Niall's little Greenwood fanboy, wanna shag him and shit. He's a brilliant footballer, but the people he shag is disgraceful.
I mean, I can like someone for their footballing ability, not for the type of people that they shag.
I cannot mention names because it will put him in a lot of trouble.
Oh no!
But the people he shagged and shagged are disgraceful.
And who's your source? Who's your source, Don? Can you please let us know?
Literally, the girl from my school name.
Okay, moving forward on.
As well.
Yeah, Dom's shagging. That's why Dom's been quiet. He's like, shit. I've gone there. Shit.
Anyway, okay, so
he's not denying it, is he? RJ, we oh dear God. Oh dear God.
All right. Anyway, so earlier in that week, we have a certain top 4 race competitor in Leicester. So if we win, right, we will go hold on. If we beat, so let's say if we beat Aston Villa over the weekend, we will go 7 points clear of Leicester, and if we win that, we go 10 points. Pretty much, we've got top two, right? We've got the second slot, right? Now, how important is this game? Like I said, it was brought forward because obviously with the Liverpool game, which we will talk about, and will Leicester stop us? That's the question. Because like I said, they lost 4-2 to Newcastle tonight. Very, very, very good performance by the Geordies. Do you think it'll be a problem for United? Because obviously they did beat us in the FA Cup. So do you think they will? Do you think they'll get the job done, or do you think we will be 10 points clear?
Well, I think it'll be fine. Listen, I think it'll be because I think by that point.
First again, I see.
Well, Tom, okay, all right. We'll go to you next.
Go on then.
We'll see what.
I'll take a back seat. I'll take a back seat. No. You
go on. You've been talking so much. Go on, Dom. Go on. Hop on.
I'll take a back seat on this one.
Ciaran, what was the question?
Oh dear Christ.
Listen.
What were your questions?
I've forgotten. I've forgotten. Jesus, this is going great. No. Is Leicester going to stop us? Yeah, is Leicester going to stop us on? Was it Thursday night? Is it, or was that Tuesday? Tuesday night.
Believe in Greenwood took Dom's virginity.
No, they won't stop us, RJ, because we are Manchester United. We have got the mentality now. We're in the European final. We are a club that's going to push Man City right to the edge. I know they can win the league this week, but we are going to push them to get most points. So we're not stepped 10 points behind them. We're going to sat like 4 points behind them. That shows how far we've come as a club. And under Ollie, and where we've been since Fergie, post-Fergie era, we are going to push this Man City team to try and get as most points as they can because we are Manchester United. This is what Solskjaer's brought us to do.
Yeah.
Leicester ain't stopping us. Tell you now. Clip this out of context. Gene fucking cunting Wijnaldum. Leicester aren't stopping us. We're going to win 4-0 that game because they're going to have tired legs. Ian Nacho will be their biggest threat. Actually, no. Al Brighton will be their biggest threat because they're a small club. They are going to bottle top 4. They're going to let Liverpool come into top 4 because they are shit. Leicester, you are nothing. You are a fool and you're a waste of time. Good night.
United. They did sort of just lose 4-2 to Newcastle.
Hey, Niall, you are nothing. Yeah. You're a fool and you're a waste of time. Good night.
Yes, and you got fucked up the ass by Mason Greenwood.
Okay, anyway, Ciaran, do you agree with Dom his remarks on this Leicester squad?
I mean, to be fair, he's pretty well spot on. And what I was going to say, I think Leicester are going to be tired. I think by that point anyway, there won't be too much riding on it anyway because obviously after they lost today, if we beat Aston Villa, we're 7 points clear of them with I think we've got a game in hand on them as well. So it's not going to mean much. I don't think that game is, at least if we beat Aston Villa. But obviously we want to win. We want to win our last 4 or 5 games of the season, get as close to City as we can. And I think we will.
We do have a game in hand, Ciaran. We have a game in hand.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a game in hand. And as I said, listen, we're gonna. I just think Leicester are gonna start bottling it. They did it last season towards the end. And this is their point of the season where they start losing and drawing and dropping points. And they've done it again to lose. First of all, to ship 4 goals at home to Newcastle is an embarrassment. It's an absolute embarrassment. So
do you know what? Listen, that's actually harder to do than it is not to do.
Exactly.
It's harder to concede 4 goals against Steve Bruce.
Niall,
what?
Just for 1 second. Leicester, Liverpool fans, beating Newcastle ain't for everybody.
Oh dear Christ above! Please get him out of here. Right. So we've all talked about.
RJ, why are you so annoyed with Dom, and why do you keep missing me out, you cheeky bastard?
Okay. Sorry, United fan. Okay, what's your opinions on Leicester? Go on. Leicester game on Tuesday.
They're nothing without Harvey Barnes and James Justin.
It's Harvey
Right.
Barnes. Ooh, it's an equaliser.
Do you know what? This is one of my favourite shows, just because of the amount of times I can laugh. Like Leicester, they're just, I don't know, like they're going for injuries again, aren't they? Like Vardy seems to have sort of. I don't want to be disrespectful to Jamie Vardy, right? But it does seem that he may have. How do I word this without being really insulting? Think he may be getting to that point where he's finished at the elite level in terms of Premier League top 6. I don't know how many more years he's got left in him. So there's always that element. Ian Acho, now he can be really inconsistent. Like he can be really good one minute and then really shit the other, as sort of like most of Leicester can. But whatever you're saying in the group chat, you're definitely not doing that.
No, I'm doing something else.
No, I'm on about Dom and Matt.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Anyway, so speaking about obviously our fixtures next week, we have a certain
I'll be back in a minute.
rivalry to get sorted on Thursday night, where we do take on Liverpool after obviously the riots they took place. Ciaran, obviously you weren't here when we were talking about the riots. What were your opinions on the riots? Do you think they went too far? Do you think there were messages sent, or what do you believe, man?
Well, the thing is, I understand the sentiment of protesting, and I agree that obviously the main message should be to kind of remove these owners, and I agree with why they're protesting. These protests are not new. I mean they've happened. I think they happened even when they took over. Literally like days after they took over, people was protesting. So these are nothing new. They've been going on for ages. But I do think the violence and stuff is something that you never want to see in any context really. So I think in terms of that was the kind of very disappointing thing. I understand that people are passionate, and I like the fact that fans are passionate. Like, I want that passion. I want, especially if you're kind of united behind a common cause, you have to have that passion to really kind of get your message across. But when it spills over into violence and stuff, it's just not nice to see really. And as I said, at the same time, I agree with their right to protest. They have an absolute right to protest, and I agree with the message of the protest of those that actually protested kind of. What would you say? Protested without any of the violence or any of the shenanigans. Those people I fully respect. Anyone that kind of took it as an opportunity to be violent, I don't agree with that at all. But as I said, I mean, of what I saw on social media, most people were, or the people outside the ground and stuff, they protested peacefully and they got their message across. And I'm happy with that. But obviously, as I said, the violence I think just kind of took it a bit too far. But in terms of getting the game called off and stuff, I think that does send a message. It does send quite a strong message. I think I think it's one of the first times ever a game has actually been called off because fans have been protesting. I'm not sure. You might have to correct me on that one, but it might be one of the first times ever that's happened. So it sends a message. It sends a big message, and I believe in the message. But again, I think those people that kind of take it too far and are violent, I think just. It's just not nice to see, really. But other than that, I thought the actual protest itself, where people are protesting peacefully, I've got no problem with that. So yeah, and we might see it again on Thursday. Who knows?
Yeah, 110%. I agree with you. Dom, what was your opinion on the riots? You know what I mean? Especially the ones that got out of hand and the ones that really cancelled this game.
When we were actually meant to play Liverpool.
Bang on.
Okay, personally, the process, I understand why it's happening. I do understand why it's happening. I get the United fans' points, I really do, but will the Glazers listen to them? No, they will not. They don't give a shit at all. You can protest all you like, but the process will not succeed within the Glazers. It will not happen. I've said on previous streams that people who make it violent, they break the laws, they go around cutting policemen's faces, and they don't listen to police rules. And it shows, and people get annoyed by police for telling them to step back and shit like that. Well, listen to him. That's the fucking law. You're trespassing at the end of the day. United could turn around and go, no, you're not allowed on United's grounds. Don't protest. If the Glazers really wanted to do that, they can go, don't come anywhere near United's grounds, otherwise you get done for trespassing. So it's lucky that they didn't say that. But the people who trespassed, they criminal damaged Manchester, especially the Lowry Hotel where Manchester United players stayed. It's disgraceful. It is really disgraceful because they're meant to be Manchester United fans. They're not fans. They're just people who just want to fight and break the law and ruin people. Because did anyone see that picture of the policeman's face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did that man do? That guy's scarred for life now. What did that man do? He tried stopping you from trespassing into Old Trafford. And now United fans will complain about this 4-game fixture that we have. In the next 7 days, they will complain about that. But it's their own fucking fault. I think everyone that got into that stadium or was violent or trespassed or broke the law at one point, you're all allowed to protest. Under the law, you are allowed to protest. It is a right to do. But whoever broke into that stadium, they say he broke in because this steward let him because a fucking steward got a knife to his face and gone, don't open this door, we're going to slice your face. Clearly the steward's going to fucking open it. I'd fucking open it. Welcome to fucking Old Trafford, mate. Go for it. But whoever got into that stadium there that day, whoever criminal damaged, whoever went to the Lowry, smashed bottles, whoever threatened, caused any damage to any other person in any attack, should be facially recognised. They should be posted on every social media, every website. They should be banned from every stadium, every football game. They shouldn't be allowed anywhere near Old Trafford after that. Because I was pissed off, mate. I wanted that game to go ahead. I know they were making a stand. I know they were making a stand in the biggest game of football history, United-Liverpool. I know they didn't want football to be played with the Glazers. But it's fucking disgusting. A guy is scarred for life now because United fans couldn't keep the fucking head because he fucking slapped a policeman's face. It's fucking disgraceful. I tell you now. But I understand why the normal protest outside the stadium, the people who stayed outside the stadium, made that point because they are actually United fans. Yeah. They are people that actually love the club. They are people that want the club to move forward away from this Glazer problem, and Glazers don't like the fans and don't want the football, just about money. But what the Glazers probably looked at them and went, well, about 30% of them not taking it seriously. They just broken, they trespassed, they criminally damaged. Why should we take it seriously? It's a fucking disgrace. I tell you now, the fans that I'd say, who trespassed and criminally damaged, not fans. They don't give a shit. They're just there to cause a fight. It's a cause a problem, but I see why Manchester United made a protest about it. I see why the fans want to protest, but only protest for the right reasons. Don't protest for the wrong reasons, because it's a fucking disgrace what 30% of them did that day. It's a fucking disgrace. Criminal damage fucking people's cars in Manchester. It's fucking horrendous. Imagine waking up, going to a night shift, and your car's fucking tipped over. Hold on, I wasn't part of this fucking protest. I think they're just scummy bastards that wanted something to happen. They were there to cause a fight, but the normal United fans who wanted to change the club did it in the right way, and I can see why they did it. And getting the biggest game in football history, one of the English football history, called off, is making a stand. But as we've seen, the Glazers don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. So the protests, personally, for me, are pointless. Absolutely pointless.
Yeah, I mean, congrats on one of the most powerful statements you've ever made on this channel. To be fair,
Gary Neville gave me a statement.
To be fair, yeah. And Niall, look, reflecting on what Dom said, I mean, he's absolutely correct. Let's be real. And just in general, how ashamed are you of people who broke into the stadium and not only just like vandalized our club, but just in general just attacked people for no reason?
I'm only ashamed of one set of people, and that is the people that turn this violent. I said on the stream where we discussed it straight after, I have no issue with people going in and smashing up shit. None. No, I've no problem with it at all. Because at the end of the day, I've got my own issues with Sky. Smash as many of their cameras as you want. They can afford to go buy a new one. Smash as many doors at Old Trafford as you want. United can afford to pay for it. What they did, in terms of the people who are violent, yeah, they're scum. They're shit on the bottom of my shoe. All with the phrases.
Yeah. Go on. What else? What else are you going to say?
The phrases that you can say, of course, but for the people that wanted to, the only way you were going to get this game called off was if you broke in. Realistically, you can have as many people outside as you want. Look at Arsenal; they had loads of people outside. Game still went on. The only way you were going to get the game called off was by getting into Old Trafford. Do I agree with it? Yeah, I actually do. I do. Because at the end of the day, the statement that they've made in terms of getting the biggest game in English football cancelled or postponed at that short notice is unheard of. Never have I seen that in my life, right? Never have I seen, like, the people throwing shit at Sky's pundits. No, I don't agree with that. That's disgusting. Damaging property? I don't care. I honestly don't, because at the end of the day, it's not my stuff. And that's the way I see it in terms of what they've done is they've made a statement, and they've made a very powerful statement. Now, the ones who, obviously, as I said, the ones who turned it violent, I have no time for them. But the ones who went in there to get this game called off, I have big respect for them. Huge respect. Because at the end of the day, it took balls to do that, mind you. It took balls to break into Old Trafford and to get the biggest game in the season cancelled for both sides. Huge balls for that. As I've said, and I'll reiterate it just in case people clip this out of context, the people who turn this violent, I have no time for. They are disgusting. People who damage some property in terms of at Old Trafford, Sky's cameras, I frankly couldn't give a less of a shit. The Manchester United is got billions of pounds. They can afford it quite easily, right?
Yeah.
The Glazers can chuck the bill, right? Sky, they've never given a shit about lower league football, so I don't know why on earth Sky expect me to then turn around and give a shit about their property. I frankly couldn't give less of a shit, right? Because at the end of the day, they've not cared about us. So why the fuck should I care? Oh dear, Sky have had some broken cameras. Diddums. That's what I say to it. Because at the end of the day, I couldn't give a fuck about Sky. I mean, wasn't it Sky that was charging £15 for Burnley versus fucking Newcastle or some shit like that?
BT or something like that.
No,
it was both of them.
BT never charged anyone for games during that coronavirus period. It was just Sky Sports.
The Sky tried putting theirs on box office, remember? Wasn't it like Burnley versus Newcastle or some shit like that? Right? For the fans, they said, wasn't it? For the fucking fans. Is that why you're charging them? So, hold up. So you're charging them to pay for the subscriptions. You also now going to charge them £15 per game on box office. For the fans, you said. Never have I heard so much bullshit in my life. Right? Like, nah. That for the fans, that's why you charge astronomical subscription fees. Right? Yeah. For the fans, that's why you charge fans to watch their team on box office. Didn't even pick a good game because people ain't gonna pay. They're not gonna pay for it because you've already paid your subscriptions. Why are you paying more? So I find it rather hypocritical that Sky are talking about this whole "we're for the fans, it's disgraceful," blah blah blah, when they're as bad as the clubs, right? They are.
Tell you what, I also don't understand, which made me ashamed to be a Manchester United fan on that day. The pundits there, Graham Souness had a great point, and people are criticising Graham Souness about it. There's a flare there. A child and a man has died from a flare being thrown at him. Previous years, it's happened. It really hasn't. There's multiple injuries from a flare. Why the fuck is there people throwing shit at the pundits. What they've done, they've not done fuck all to the club.
Exactly.
And then there's a video that came out as well that I've seen a few days ago. Walking past Carragher and Neville, just shouting abuse to Carragher. Carragher's not fucking caused this problem.
Yeah,
Carragher's
exactly.
never caused
In
this
fact,
problem before
Carragher's-
against United.
Carragher's defended United more than anyone I
Carragher's
can
defended United
think.
for this whole European Super League problem. And these United fans got no respect for these pundits and these people that have a job. This is their job. They have to speak about football. If they didn't speak about football, it'd be a poor show. It'll be shit. This is their job. They need to speak about football things. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher spoke perfectly about it, and they gave an abuse to these two people. They're going, okay, hiya Gary. Oh, Carragher, you fucking scouts cunt. Don't say that. He's fucking backed Manchester United. He's backed what United fans have done. And you're here giving abuse and throwing fucking shit at the pundits in the fucking box. That's just made me ashamed.
I have no issue with them damaging Sky's property. Just don't go for their staff, because their staff have done nothing wrong. Right? Smash as many of their cameras up as you want. I couldn't give less of a shit. Right? But don't go turning this violent on fellow human beings that have done, frankly, absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You can question Sounez's statements a lot. Like, you can question the amount of times he slagged Pogba off. I'm surprised he didn't blame Pogba for the protest. But in terms of on that day, he did nothing wrong. He's not part of the Glazer family. He's not supported the Glazers family. So he's done nothing wrong in terms of that. But now, look, as I say, when people who turn this violent towards fellow human beings, disgusting. People who broke some cameras, they can be replaced. I'm sure Sky have got a nice amount of money to go and replace a camera. Worst case scenario, they can just send United the bill. That's what I've done. Just at the end of the day, I frankly couldn't give a shit. It's material stuff.
You know what won't surprise me as well, Niall? You know with these fans that allowed in the last home game of the season, last two home games of the season.
Oh yeah.
It won't surprise me if the Premier League and the FA go, United, no. From what we see in the security issues at Manchester United, we cannot ensure that players will be safe if the fans come into the stadium.
Well, United, the issue I had with security
It really won't surprise me.
is United knew that there was going to be a protest, right? It was widely reported on social media. You'd have to be blind and deaf not to have seen it on socials, right?
Exactly, that's what Mick
And
Richards
these clubs,
said. He was very surprised that there weren't enough security around.
exactly. What I'm more surprised about is I'm surprised Greater and Manchester Police didn't have more police there. You're expecting a crowd of United is a big fan base within Manchester. You're expecting at least 5,000 to 10,000 fans to turn up. I expect at least the adequate amount of police there to ensure public safety, right? It's also why we pay our fucking taxes week in, week out. United, though, should have ensured that there was police there. Because judging by the looks of it, there was limited police. Yeah. There was not enough security. There is some serious issues with United that United have got to answer for in terms of their security. A lot of it, right? Whether that be the planning, the execution of the plan of the policing and stewarding. United have got some serious answers that they need to be held accountable for. Because at the end of the day, there was not enough stewards, there was not enough police, and United are at fault for that. A huge fault.
Yeah, I mean, lads, you're speaking 100%. You're speaking the truth, let's be real. I mean, we all agree the fact that it was taken out of context. Some people just took way too far. And, I think United fans should, we should take the blame for this. Because technically, we're all fan base. We deserve, if the FA say, look, no fans for the last two games, which everyone else is getting, I think that's a fair punishment for us all. Because like I said, we need fixing. I mean, both on the pitch and off the pitch, clearly. But look, it's a serious topic, and hopefully it does get sorted. We're actually going to talk about, and I've actually did a bit of work. This was one of the reasons why I was actually late, lads. So I was going to make two teams, right? So obviously City. So we're going to talk about like our depth, right? So we're looking to the future. We're looking at our next season squad. So I've made 2 squads. All right. Potentially they could stay. Potentially they can go. I've made some good ideas, I guess. Right. So we'll start off with this one. This is going to be our starting one for next season. Obviously the numbers are wrong. Don't worry about it. So as you can see here, we have Henderson, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Declan Rice, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, and Jadon Sancho. So out of those, obviously, those signings, Rice and obviously Sancho right there. I did put in Koundé on the other one as well, but obviously, the speculation. We will get a centre back, I do believe, but right there, right? Do you think that's the Premier League winning side, or do you think?
No, you have to get rid of Lindelof and replace him with someone else. You have to, right?
Okay,
the rest of that team, barring Lindelof, yes. With Lindelof there, no, because when you play that high line, you'll get exposed again because they haven't got the pace. You take out Lindelof, replace him with someone quick, 100% title challenge.
Okay, Ciaran, what do you believe?
I think a good point now, Mace, to be fair. I think the forward players are 100% good enough. We've seen that even last season. I think even without Sancho in them, I think Martial, Rashford and Greenwood scored the most. I think they were the most prolific front three in the world. But I think with Sancho there, you got Greenwood as a number 9. I think he's kind of a more natural number 9. Than anyone we've got, and I think obviously Rashford in if he's fit, of course, if he's not playing on one leg, it'd be decent. We'll get the goals will be fine, but yeah, I think the defence does need sorting. Potentially if we can keep Bailly fit, but I don't think Bailly realistically. We've given him so many opportunities. I'm not sure really if he's going to be able to stay fit. But if Bailly was fit, I play Maguire and Bailly because statistically that's been our best centre-back partnership. We've kept the most clean sheets with those two, and I think the dynamic of Maguire. Being the one that, I think Bailly's kind of has the pace, so he can kind of recover and get back, and Maguire can go out and win the headers and stuff. And I think that combination is probably the best balance we've got. But obviously, Bailly can't stay fit to save his life, unfortunately. But we did give him a new contract, so obviously Ollie wants him to stay a bit longer. So maybe that he's part of the plan. So who knows? But other than that, I think everything else looks pretty good. Yeah.
100%. Dom, what do you think about the sign-up? Obviously, Ciaran and Niall are saying about Lindelof. I have put the other centre-back in the other team, unfortunately, but looking at that team, do you see Premier League champions written over, or do you think, there's still a bit of work to it?
There's always going to be a little work to Manchester United because you got to look at Manchester City, look at the squad depth they've got, and look what the players they can play at any time. Like, even if injuries do occur, like Kevin De Bruyne was out, Phil Foden came and he fucking destroyed it. He perfected Pearl, like great. Gundogan could play that role that KDB plays, but you're talking about the back line a lot. But Solskjaer, what we've seen when he's in the job, he doesn't like changing that back line too much. He likes keeping the same back line. It's like what Fergie did as well. Fergie kept the same back line when he was in the job, and it won him trophies, but maybe it's just keeping that team balance there. Sancho is a debatable one with the price tag. If he does come, it's a big lift for Manchester United because that's what we've been missing, and Greenwood go to that natural 9 position that we actually do need.
Yeah.
The Pogba Rice is one thing that I am concerned about if Ollie does play that position, like that tactic there. It leaves Rice on his own, and Pogba, from what I've seen anyway, I don't know if anybody else agrees, but when Pogba plays in that deeper role, he can lose concentration a little bit, and you start losing the momentum.
It's not
trying to
too
keep control of the
bad.
game.
It's not too bad because Declan Rice, he reminds me a bit of a Michael Carrick in terms of he reads the game really bloody well for a young kid anyway. Reads the game brilliantly. So he won't actually need Pogba to hold his hand. Whereas with Fred or McTominay, you need them holding each other's hands. Rice can position himself where he can just anticipate the pass. If it does get through and you have a better centre-back than Lindelof, it doesn't matter too much. But you could potentially And as mad as this sounds, swap Bruno and Pogba. You could have Bruno as that advanced 8, sort of that box to box, and
That would work,
Pogba
actually.
in
The
the
thing
10.
with that, Niall, I
But
think Pogba
1
is
minute, 1 second. The issue with that is, would Pogba have the discipline to start the press? Because a lot of the time you watch Bruno's the one who initiates the press. So the players don't press unless Bruno does it. Bruno is the first person to be in sort of setting the press. He first person to do it, then the rest follow suit. Mason Greenwood's a perfect example of this. He doesn't press until he sees Bruno pressing. Now that could just be because of an age thing with Mason, that he doesn't quite have that in his head yet. That the first line of defense is your attack. That is your first line of defense. So Greenwood needs to be where Greenwood's initiating the press first. But it doesn't really matter. But if you swap Pogba and Bruno around, Pogba has to initiate that press because no one around him will do that. I just question if Pogba has that ability. He obviously has the ability, but does he have the discipline to be 100% concentrated for the whole 90 to initiate that press? That's the only concern I'd have on that. But carry on, Dom. I sort of cut in there.
No, the only thing I see with the Bruno Pogba thing switching, it's like, I was literally going to say what you said, Niall. Does Pogba have the discipline to go and do the press straight away? And you took it on my mouth, and I was like, shit.
Great minds think alike, you see. England, if you're watching.
What I see with that is with the Rice thing with McFred holding each other's hand. I don't think Rice is going to be able to do it on his own. When Pogba has to drop deep in that defensive position, he does lose that lack of concentration and determination to go and push to try and
That's
get
the
a tackle.
thing. You wouldn't necessarily need him to, because right now, Pogba, when he plays in that 6, Pogba has to play in the 6. He's not really allowed to go advanced because of the centre-back situation. Whereas if you've got someone of pace next to Maguire, you can allow Pogba to go and link a bit more with Bruno and know that if anything does get past Rice, you have that capability behind them to stop it dead in the tracks anyway. So if it gets past Rice, it's then got to get past Maguire and, let's say, Varane, right? That, for me, is much more different than if it gets past McTominay and Fred and you've got Lindelof and Maguire dealing with it. Like, do you see that? Do you see where I'm coming from? Like, it's just that bit of difference. So right now, Ollie plays very safe football. And I don't go at him for it, because he has to play that type of football because of the players he's got. Ollie is actually one of the better managers for this. He's looked at what his strengths are within the squad, and he's using them to his advantage. He's also looking at the weaknesses and working, well, how do I cover these up? He knows a weakness in that back line, so he covers that up with a double pivot. So people can slam Ollie as much as they want. Ollie, tactically, 9 out of 10 times gets spot on. Because he looks at what the squad is good at and does it, and what they're not good at, he covers it up. Ollie, very flexible coach. So I bet you he wasn't playing with a double pivot at Mould. I can assure you he wasn't. I bet you he was playing more attacking at Mould, right? But then it'll be different tactics than it was at Cardiff. And that's the thing. Ollie changes the tactic to fit the team and not the manager. Prime example is Jose. He fits a tactic to him, not for the team. Because you can't tell me that Tottenham team are good at defending. He doesn't sort of pick out their strengths. He doesn't change a tactic to fit the team. Ollie has changed the tactic at United to fit United. So with a few new players, it wouldn't surprise me if you see Pogba more advanced, linking up with Bruno, and having them risks.
So what I've done also, so I picked a second team what we could use and just see, like, out of 10, how would these players fit into the other squad, okay? So this is the second team. So we have David Gea, Tellez, Koundé from Sevilla, by Brandon Williams, Garner, we've got Donny, Hannibal, Martial, Cavani, and Diallo. Ciaran keeps asking his house to show. Oh my god.
Listen, I'm not taking it
come
from
on.
them. I'm not taking it from him. I'm not taking that.
Oh, come on. Right, okay. Right, anyway.
That's your brother in the chat, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
thank you for your support on the channel. Welcome to the United
Yeah,
Show.
thank you for your support, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
So, looking at this squad, right? You have, you
Welcome
look
to
at
the
Cavani.
Alcoholic Show.
Oh my god.
Right, so you got
Put that message in.
Charlotte, we do apologize. We do apologize, right? So we have
Hold up,
Cavani.
hold up. Why the fuck? Just one quick question.
Yeah.
Why have you not split the centre backs up and put one in the United team, in the first team, and one in the backup?
No, this was just rushed. I'm sorry. No, this is just. Like I said.
Because I was just about to say, why is Brian Koundé?
This is not. No, but this isn't like
That's-
final. Do you know what I mean? This is just all the centre backs we could have. Do you mean?
That's arguably the two best centre backs in your squad, in your backup team.
No, I know.
I mean,
yeah, but, like, you know, it's
obviously
mad, but,
Maguire won't get dropped for obvious reasons because he's like captain and all that. But
No, I understand. But like, look at those players, right? Out of 11, how many of those could fit in the first team squad? Would you believe?
well, straight away, I wouldn't have Hannibal and Garner in there.
Okay, fair. Yeah, but that's fair.
I'd be getting
players.
both of them on season-long loans at a bottom half Premier League side. In fact, Garner at Brighton would be perfect development.
Or what about
Actually,
Leicester?
I don't think
Did Leicester say they were interested? I think they could just. They're going for.
No, but he wouldn't be guaranteed first team. He wouldn't be guaranteed first team playing.
Yeah,
as a young kid, you want them playing all the time. In fact, if you could get Hannibal and Garner into that Brighton squad with Graham Potter, who plays sort of similar to Ollie in a way, that would be more beneficial because you can have Donny as backup to Bruno. Then you can have McTominay and Fred as backup to Pogba and Rice. I mean, you know, Ollie knows how to do the double pivot. So that's how I would do it. I mean, the rest of it, I'm all cool with. Like, I have no issue with the rest of it. I just don't want to see. And you could even make the same argument with Brandon Williams. He needs game time.
I mean, like the reason why I have Hannibal is like I would just personally say like I think one match I'd say either it's going to be this season or next season. He's probably going to go. He's probably going to go to somewhere in La Liga where he's going to get.
I wasn't even thinking of Juan Mata. So
the thing is with Jesse, I feel like you look
Who's
at Jesse.
the best player in the Premier League? It's Juan Mata. It's Juan Mata.
Dom is high.
I'm enjoying myself now.
Anyway. So, Ciaran, opinions on the B team. Where would that team finish? Would you say in the Premier League? Would you say higher than Arsenal?
I think right now, yeah. I think, but to be fair, I reckon if we started the season again, I reckon Burnley had a good crack at finishing higher than this Arsenal team. So it's not a big of achievement. But I think, you know, realistically, out of that team, if you ask me how many of the 11 get into a first team squad, so I'm guessing that's like 23. I think Cavani gets in. I think probably. Well, I say Van der Beek gets in for his quality, but is Ollie really going to play him? Is there any point in putting him in? I'm not sure. But obviously, in terms of quality, he gets in. I think De Gea obviously gets in. I think Bailly gets in. But
I was just
apart
about to
from
say,
that,
the two centre-backs get in, don't they? Koundé and
Koundé as well, of course. Oh, yeah, forgot Koundé was in there. But I have to say this, and it's not just because of their performance last night, although that did tip me over the edge a bit. But Brandon Williams and Alex Tellez are not ready. They need more game time. Granted, they don't have much game time, but that second half just proved to me that the drop off in quality when Shaw and Wan-Bissaka go off the pitch is scary. It is scary. And as I said, Brandon Williams is still young. He's still a young guy, so he will obviously get time somewhere else. Hopefully, Tellez obviously not as young, but still got a bit to prove.
With Tellez. I just want to quickly jump in on the Tellez bit. Brandon, I think Brandon has got the quality. He just needs a bit more guidance. I don't think.
100%.
I don't think there was necessarily that guidance on the pitch. Brandon Williams needs a vocal centre back next to him who's going to tell him when to push, when not to push, where to be, where not to be. He does need that around him. But so did Gary Neville. I mean, Gary Neville needed it with Rio Ferdinand, for example.
Yeah.
Gary needed that conversations with Rio. Brandon he is good enough to be a backup. He just needs that alpha in the back line. There is no alpha in that back line. Tellez is more attacking than defensive. Now, I made a joke. I think no, it was with Ciaran. It was on the preview? And I joked about saying that Tellez could play on the right wing or the left wing, right? And I'm not joking by that, because his delivery of a ball, of a cross, is one of the best there is. Defensively, he's a shambles, right? So actually, I'm no longer saying that as a joke. I genuinely believe, as a backup to your left wing or to your right wing, Tellez could do that job. I'm not even joking anymore. I genuinely feel that because of his delivery from across, it would also give you something different on the left wing. If you played with one winger, one inside forward on either wing, that is dangerous, because that makes it even more unpredictable. But yeah, I'm no longer joking about that. I don't know how good Tellez is at left back, but I do think he'd do better further upfield.
That situation. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it reminds me of Diogo Dalot. Actually, like we obviously brought him in as a fullback, but actually going forward, he was a lot better, and it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, that's just what I want to say.
Yeah. For me, I think if I was going to compare another fullback for Tellez, I'm going to say Trent. I mean, going forward, they're both really good. Their crossing is second to none. The fact that their defending is just not really as good as one can be. I mean, for me, Trent, we're not going to talk about Trent. I mean, he's worse than Wan-Bissaka, let's be real. But look, he's more of a centre mid in my opinion. But look, we'll move forward, right? So,
just on this one, he basically like saying I accused Dom of being high. Have you checked out how good Tellez is delivering a ball? Like, his shot on him is brilliant. Like, he's got one heck of a shot on him.
Why are we not putting the other comment up when he talks about Kieran's hair? He goes, Ciaran keeps messing with his hair. The scruff. Have some comment. What would your mum say?
No, what would mum say? Because obviously they're brothers. But no, in
supportive
terms
brother,
of,
as you can see.
In terms of that, maybe not right wing, maybe left wing, a backup left winger. It's not. Do you know what? It's not the first time we've seen a wing back go further upfield. I mean, Gareth Bale started as a left back, and it was, I believe, Harry Redknapp that moved him upfield. So it's not completely out of it's not completely bonkers to even suggest that maybe Tellez could play further upfield. I don't think it's that crazy.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, I think we've pretty much gone through everything. We've had a nice solid 1 hour and 24 minutes. Mr. Potus saying, you think we will field a weak team this weekend? Lads, opinions on this against Villa? Weak team, or do you think? I think Rashford will start. I think him missing the game against Roma, he'll definitely start. Bruno will start, because if he doesn't, he'll get a shotgun and blow someone up.
Believe it or not, I actually think is Dan James fit though?
He's not.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Is he?
Is he injured?
I thought he was injured. I thought he was injured.
I thought he was just on the bench.
The issue you've got is Cavani played quite a bit of time against Roma. And are you going to want Cavani fit for Leicester, where they pose more of a defensive difficulty? And you're definitely going to want Cavani fit maybe for Liverpool.
Or even
so
Leicester.
Cavani may have to miss out, but then who are you playing, right? Because Greenwood will then automatically go up top, because he is currently the backup striker at United. Dan James is injured by looks of it. He didn't travel with the squad yesterday.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I
was
saw
saying.
Martial is injured.
Joe, I think he should
So-
do. Joe, I think
that's
he
what I
should.
mean. That's what I mean. He's probably
Yeah.
going to have to play Ahmad at
That's what I'm
some
saying.
point.
I think if he's going to shock the system, trying to switch things up. Do you really think Dean Smith is? I mean,
I don't
Dean
even.
Smith is a
I
great
don't
manager,
even
but
think it's going to be. I don't even think it's going to be a shock to the system or switching things up. I think he's just going to have to do it out of necessity, because
No,
you
but
can't
the
play
thing- yeah,
Cavani.
but
You can't play Cavani in all 4 games. That would be complete madness.
I
Like you will.
understand. Yeah,
You want
but
Cavani
Miles,
dead before.
Miles, the thing
You
is-
want him dead before the Europa League. It
No, but-
yeah, but RJ, it doesn't matter about tactically,
No, it
because they'll
does.
be prepared tactically.
No.
No, it doesn't,
No,
because
not for Ahmed. Not for Ahmed.
oh, mate,
Ahmed,
they
no,
were.
for me, look.
Yeah, but it
For me,
won't
Ahmed
really matter
reminds me.
because
Ahmed
but it
reminds
won't
me of
really
Greenwood in his first. Listen, right? Ahmed reminds me of Greenwood in his first season. No one knows how to deal with them. Literally, they've only seen one game. You can't analyze one game.
Ollie won't be doing it because of a tactical masterclass, mate. He's gonna have to do it because it's out of necessity for squad rotation.
All right.
If
So
you've got 4 games in 1 week, and
I know, yeah, of course.
you've got 4 players that can play up that spot. Unless he does a madness and put Rashford on the right, Pogba on the left,
You
you could see that as well. But then that's taking Rashford's attacking abilities. He's absolute dog shit on the right. He's world class on the left, but dog shit on the
I won't say
right.
he's dog shit on the right. I think he's very limited on the right. He can't do much on the right, but he does give you
Limited,
good
dog
solid
shit, same
performances.
thing.
No, there's a difference, right?
No,
we play
look-
Wolves on the 23rd and then have the final. Go on.
Look at the levels he has on the left compared to
Yeah,
the
but
right.
he's not dog
Like,
shit. That's the thing. You know, that's what I'm saying. When he's on the right, he's limited because he can't go forward because he's an inside forward, right? So he has to
He's
cross
very-
it.
He's very limited. Like he's
Yes,
not very
no,
good
that's the
crossing
thing.
forward either.
That's what I'm saying, right? He can't play on the right because he's very limited, and there's nothing he
Why
can
am I
really do.
confused why he doesn't try and play Pogba on the right? Because I feel like Pogba's
'Cause
going to have a
Pogba-
better delivery. Yeah, but I feel like Pogba's going to have a better delivery on his right foot for a cross than Rashford will.
I think it's the same situation with Rashford. I think instead of
Yeah,
playing on the
what's
right,
Pogba-
Pogba would prefer on the left. Because
Well, yes, and I would prefer to be a millionaire, but we don't all get our dreams come true. The issue is, I think Pogba is going to have a better delivery of the ball for a cross than Rashford will on the right. So I don't understand why he hasn't tried Pogba on the right just to see what he does. Like just to see what he does.
I think he has. I can't remember.
He
exactly
did against
which game.
Liverpool. It was against Liverpool, but that was more a necessity because Robbo kept bombing. No, 1 minute. So if he was on the right, would it
Yeah, it'd be Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson. Yeah,
Robbo.
Trent would have been on our left.
Robbo was bombing it up the left, but he wasn't bombing it as much as Trent was.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ollie wanted to cover Trent more than Robbo.
Yeah.
Also, if you think about it, because Wan-Bissaka's behind there, Wan-Bissaka's more than likely going to deal with Robbo.
Yeah.
Whereas you had Luke Shaw on the left. Now, Luke Shaw can obviously deal with it, but you don't want... But Luke Shaw was already dealing with Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ollie quite trusted Pogba at the time to follow Trent.
Yeah.
As in to be tracking back.
Yeah. I agree. I legit agree. I don't think he's lazy. I just think that's how he's been playing. Like, we played Pogba on the right a few times this year, and he was hard and he was terrible. Look, that is his depth on the pitch. Straight
That's
up
the
back.
issue. You haven't, other than Greenwood, you haven't got a player who can play on the right successfully. Like Greenwood, I mean, yeah, you got Dan James, but Dan James doesn't even do it successfully after.
Well, Ahmed could do it successfully.
Well, we don't know that, do we?
I know.
I mean, it's one heck of an assumption that an 18.
It's not one heck of an assumption, man.
Well, it really is.
One game. And
one minute. You're saying that an 18-year-old kid who's just moved to a different country is just going to be able to hit it off in the Premier League? Are you
100%.
fucking nuts?
100%.
You're mad.
100%.
You're mad.
Nah, it's not mad. What it is belief. And after watching Amis, right, especially against AC Milan, right? AC Milan, do you really think they're a worse team than Villa? Do you really think so?
Yes.
God,
Have you
nah,
seen this?
stop talking, mate.
Have you
Stop
seen this?
talking.
Have you
Stop
seen this?
talking. No, come
Oh,
on.
mate, have you seen the standard of
Have you
Serie
seen
A?
standard? Have you seen standard?
Ashley Young has just won a fucking Serie A title, you
No, that was
twat.
Antonio Conte with
I think he can
Lukaku,
give less of a shit if it was
Martinez,
fucking Pep Guardiola.
yo, Handanovic.
Ashley Young has just won a Serie A title.
Okay, so
I
what?
would
Phil
say-
Jones
I would
just
say-
won a Premier League. What's your point?
Nico Omilano is in 5th place, but rising in the London mayoral elections.
Yeah.
Niall,
Oh.
shush.
And you want
Right.
to tell me that this? Oh my god!
With our
Yeah.
salty shit. Without, no, in my opinion, right? Without Jack Grealish, without Matty Cash,
Yeah, I was going to say,
or
yeah.
I think no, even with Matty
Ollie
Cash out,
Watkins.
Ollie Watkins
Emi
has had his bad
Martinez.
times.
You're right. If you just take half their team out, they'll be
No,
up
no,
to
that's
dog
not what I'm
shit,
saying.
mate.
No, that's not what I'm saying, right? If you take out Jack Grealish, right, the creativity's gone in the attack, right?
Take out Bruno and the creativity's gone.
Donny can do a tiny bit of
No,
work, but like,
no,
you
can't
can.
do Bruno. So next one,
Okay, Matty Cash.
take out Luke Shaw.
Okay, then Tellers will do a job. Even Brandon
Judging
Williams
from
would bring
last
the
night, he
intensity.
really wouldn't.
No, Brandon Williams would bring the intensity like Brendan.
Not on the left-hand side, he won't. He's always struggled on the left-hand side.
To be
He's
fair,
right
without
foot.
Shaw, we've looked pretty poor this season. I have to
Fair,
concede
okay.
that.
So you've taken out
Okay.
Grealish and Matty Cash. I've taken out Bruno and Shaw. Next one,
Okay, Ollie Watkins.
Cavani.
Okay, Green would be up top.
That's fine.
Martinez.
Okay, your goalkeepers are fairly strong. That's one thing,
Okay,
right?
right.
But you take out Bruno and Luke
Konza?
Shaw out of your team. Who?
Konza.
Okay, we'll take out Maguire.
Okay, then we'll have Bailly and Lindorf.
Yeah, that depends on if Bailly's in hospital or not.
Okay, well then Twan David simple as that.
That also depends on if he's in hospital or not.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of a magic.
So you see what I mean? What you've done, I've just done exactly the same to your team. You take out Bruno and Luke Shaw out of your team, and I dread to think what sort of garbage you're going to be rocking up.
To be fair, no, you do make a good point.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, so I mean, there's nothing really I have to say here.
Time for the quiz.
I don't think I think that's really a misjudgment of AC Milan. I do think they have a good squad that would actually give a good fight. Like, look, it only took us to beat them 1-0 at San Siro, right?
Yeah, that's actually pretty poor looking at their squad. They got Diego Dallo playing right back, and he's not very good.
I mean, yeah, but they have, Zlatan Ibrahimovic with fucking Rebic up top. What do you mean? I'm just saying.
Also,
Right, yeah, because hold up. Yeah, because
Cassie midfield, he looked pretty decent.
I'm pretty
he's
sure.
going to Juventus as well, I've heard.
Well, Zlatan absolutely ripped your defence apart, didn't he? Yeah. Or was he dead silent on the Santoro? I think he may have been dead silent.
Don't chat shit about Zlatan. He's a god.
He
Anyway,
only played with you for fucking 1 year. What the fuck's this? All this?
well, a
love
year and
about?
a half. He had an ear injury in the second year.
Pardon me.
Okay, right. We're gonna move on to the quiz, lads. The final quiz. We've done an hour and a half. It's been a good show. Obviously, Dom was really wasted, so we do want to hurry something.
Also, he's not wasted, RJ, but we'll talk about that, I'm sure, in the back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd say so. Anyway, so Niall, this is your time.
Yeah, you know the rules. I'm not gonna bother going.
What are the rules?
Oh, fuck off, RJ. So you ready? You all ready? Oh, 1 minute. There's a comment.
Yep.
Interesting comment.
Dom is a lightweight. I'm not sure if you.
I don't think so. Do you really want to go against Dom on it? No, I'm good.
The amount he shoved in his body and the cocaine he's done, I'm almost certain he's not a lightweight. So, it is picture number 1.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Well, we know this is definitely, from looking at the kit, right? This is 2014 because of the Aeon kit plus Marvel Fellaini, the bloody fucking, shy player that he was there.
Greatest striker you've ever had.
3-0 Man City, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I agree. Premier League and 2014 was definitely the year. Because this is when, like...
Oh, yeah, Phil Jones was playing, 3-0 Man City.
Picture number 2.
Okay.
Oh, that's 5. Was it 5-2? The comeback.
This was definitely 5-2. Yes. Was this in the Premier League? I believe. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Premier
this
League.
one.
Yeah.
You can see on Ronaldo's
And
thing. And 2000. I think I got it wrong last week, but I'm pretty sure that's the
2009.
2009 kit.
Yeah,
I do believe that's the
2009.
2009 kit. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 5-2 Premier League 2009 now. Right.
Picture number 3.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Um.
Is that the legendary Wes Brown? Like Jesus.
Wes Brown, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. That ball,
Fair play
I
with him.
think, I think. Oh man, I want to say like, because I'm gonna be honest. I think it's between. I think we've got a timer, haven't we? Shit.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be. I think it's at Stamford Bridge, but obviously we don't get a point for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we won. I'm going to say, I don't know.
10 seconds to go.
Does anyone else have any idea? Any
I
hunches or
mean,
anything?
this is definitely before. This is something. If I'm not wrong, right? Not Michael Carrick. What's his name? Darren Fletcher was our number 24 from 2003, I believe, onwards. So this is definitely before 2003. Now this year, like literally, this is literally scrutiny against. This is against us because, like, literally, me and Dom are literally under the age of 18, and Ciaran as well. So now you should have shame on
Hold
yourself.
on. Dom is definitely over the age of 18.
No, but he doesn't look like it. Anyway.
Alright.
Anyway, look. I
Ooh.
don't know. That's the thing.
We got the competition right. We got a point for that.
Right, yeah, we got that.
Simple as that.
A score though, that's
Is that ball like? I feel like that ball could be. Is it like
2000?
I don't know.
Mr.
2002-03 season.
He's with us. He says 2005. Do you want to trust him
I
with
think
that?
I think. Oh man, I think that's a bit too far ahead.
What score do you think it is? I don't think it's 2005 either. I think it's before. I think it's way before.
2005 was the Invincible season, wasn't it?
No, that was
The Arsenal
2004.
season.
2004.
Oh, 2004. All right.
2005. Actually, no, he might be right in that one. He might actually be right because I remember Chelsea won the league straight after. They could have been the Invincible with Jose or someone like that straight after the Invincibles. Because I remember watching this morning. So possibly 2005. Mr. POTUS, if you do have a score prediction, do put it in the chat, man. So 2005 Premier League. It's just a score prediction, really.
It could be one of those like classic matches that you see on when they on like the Man United YouTube channel before we play Chelsea. Upload like 3 classic matches, classic matches versus Chelsea, and it could be one of them. But
I have no clue. No clue what score Chelsea took it. Yeah, I think Chelsea did take it because of Dom. Any ideas?
What you were saying?
I'm saying 2005 is a show, I think, because of the kit, I think. But
So kit, 2005.
yeah,
We sure?
yeah,
Well, no,
I don't know.
was it,
I thought Darren
2005
Fletcher
would have been Vodafone kit, wouldn't it? Well, Vodafone sponsor in 2005, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but we
That was
didn't
like
have
the last year
we
of
only had the back though. That's the only thing. We didn't have the
Yeah.
front. The Chelsea kit was definitely, I think, it's definitely an
Jimmy
oldie.
Floyd
because-
Hasselbank.
Yeah. What year?
Did Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, was he playing for Chelsea in 05? Was he still playing for them, or did he move on by then?
Let me DM Andrew. I'll ask him. Right, we have to come up with a score, lads, because I don't think we can stall as much as this. To be fair, I don't want to go down to Liverpool. That's the only problem. That's the.
Did they get 4 marks on this?
Yeah, they got full marks.
Oh, friggin' hell.
Wait, we got 14 last week, so I think if we make one bad decision, we're grand.
Yeah.
All right, 2005 Premier League. Do you want to make an agreement on the score, lads? Dom, what do you think score? It's
Not a fucking clue, fella.
Ciaran. Like, you got the players bang on correct as well. Like, that's a weird thing as well.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, I recognise it. It's a sort of like thing you'd watch on like Premier League years or something like that. Like that's why I kind of recognised it.
It's
but-
something I see on like MUTV. Like click on
Yeah,
MUTV, it's
exactly.
something like that. So MUTV
that-
won't show us getting beat. MUTV
What-
won't show us getting beat.
What's the thing? That's why I think could it be like one of them like high score? Like we went to Stamford Bridge and it was like 5-3 or something, or like.
Are we saying
Something like
2005? We sure it's 2005?
We can't see the
Well,
picture. I thought initially it's like 2003.
That kit looks like I'm before I'm born. Because that kit looks nothing like I'm before I'm born.
Oh, I'm gonna go
2005,
for
I'm thinking about Canavero.
2003 maybe?
Things like that.
2003, 2002, that sort of time maybe.
I say
2002.
we could go 2003. Mr. Podus is saying 2003, 2005. Yeah, it's a toss-up. Right. I think 2003 sounds more appealing because, like I said,
Well, sure it's
the kids.
2003 though, because I'm born.
I have to push you on
2003.
an answer now.
Right. Okay.
I
So
don't
we
know.
know it's Premier League. We'll get that 1 point.
Yeah, I'll take that point.
What else could it be?
Oh shit!
Do you know what? I'll give you 20.
MUTV.
I'll give you
Just
20
MUTV a
seconds
few
to
days
give me
ago.
the answer.
Just the
Yeah.
MUTV a few days ago.
All right. Okay.
It's, I bet it was one of those ones they put in like a compilation, like
Yeah.
3 games at Stamford Bridge or something.
So we're going to say
You
2003.
say 3-0, Ciaran.
No, I thought it could have been high scoring, but I don't know.
Do you want to go
Could have
3-0?
been.
3-0.
I feel
I
like
need an answer.
bloody hell, that's
I
shit.
need
Okay.
Me up.
Right. Okay. So Premier League, 2003. We're going.
No.
I think we would have
no.
conceded.
I don't think it's
Need an
2003.
answer.
Hold on,
Need
one
an
sec.
answer.
One sec.
2002.
Nope.
3-0.
One sec, Jabroni. One sec. Right.
I want an answer within the next 5 seconds, so I'm going to.
3-0.
1 minute.
2002,
Okay.
Listen
Now-
to me.
Okay.
2002,
Answer.
3-0.
Premier League, 2002. 3-0.
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Okay.
Let's
We're
go
going
with
on
that,
now. We're going on Doms now.
Right, and now for the next picture, you get 30 seconds for taking the piss.
Oh my! Same.
And I
it's the
want an
same
answer
year.
within a minute.
Oh, actually, okay.
Answer within
I think if I'm correct with this is.
Oh my god!
Was this a penalty save? This could have been a penalty save, or this was
Where's the
only
Premier
goal-
League?
Yes,
Premier League,
obviously, yeah. It's Liverpool.
30
Um,
seconds gone. You got to give me an answer within a minute.
Okay.
God.
I think it's 2004. If
Okay.
I'm, because I feel like you look at Phil Neville and Saha.
Saha as well, yeah.
15
yeah.
seconds.
That's
to go.
definitely 2004.
All right, 2004. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Not. I mean,
10
so because
seconds.
it's not
Okay,
2004. What do you say? 2006. Okay, 2006.
5 seconds.
Nah, what?
Right. I want an answer. What's the answer?
Do you want to go 1-0, lads? Do you mean? What else can we go? I guess to be fair.
Well, that was a
With
penalty
who?
for Liverpool. That was, wasn't it? Was that not a penalty? Was that Liverpool
I
penalty?
think there was that not like a penalty save. I swear.
Could be, but Fabian Barthez, you gotta remember.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
2-1.
Dom, what do
2-1
you
United.
think? What do you think?
I've got no idea, to be honest. I'm just snapping a dart.
What's the answer?
I don't know. I
You
I
going
thought- I
with?
thought
Are
it
you
was-
going? Are you all going with 2-1?
No, I'm not going
No,
with
no,
2-1.
no, hold on, hold on,
I'm
hold
going
on,
with
hold on.
2-1. We sure it's 2-1.
I want an answer.
Yeah, I know you do. Look, come on, look. We have another 17 minutes until the 2 hour mark, right? We're extending
You
this out. You're
took
about...
the piss on the last one, so how are you?
No, okay. So, I'm sorry. No, the last one that was a joke. Like you literally
I
screwed us
don't
over
care.
every single week.
I gave Liverpool one from 2000, so
Oh, yeah, but
Let's
you had
go
like
2-1.
you had people who were
2-1.
over the age of 25.
that's not my
like,
fault.
It is your fault.
Well, what's the score?
2-1.
Wait, in fact, what's the entire answer?
So
Premier
United
League.
Liverpool 2-1, 2000 and
16.
Four.
No, sorry.
You said
2004, 2006.
2-1.
Which one?
You
I don't
saying
know.
2-1?
The way he's saying it, I don't think it's 2-1. I think.
Well, no, I'm legit asking because you're taking the piss.
2-1.
Well, take the piss. Literally, it's a hard. Literally, your answer.
Okay,
was so
2-1 is locked in. So what's the
What
other
year?
two bits?
What year are we going?
04.
Yeah.
Going for? Okay, let's go.
And what league?
What do you
Well,
think?
Premier League.
Competition. And your last one is.
We're going to take a hammer in here.
Yeah, we are.
Your last one is this one.
Oh.
Oh, this is way too easy. Fam, I hate you, Niles, well, for fucking doing this. This is obviously 2011, obviously,
Yeah.
because this is fucking Messi trying to dribble around us. It's 3-1 Champions League. Good luck.
Yeah.
Was that the final?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Champions League final.
Oh,
Oh, cool. Sorry, I just wanted a double. I just wanted a double check.
fucking hate you.
What happened in that game? Did someone lose?
When
track?
Rooney scored a beautiful goal.
That's
right.
So
Rooney bent it.
Show your face, you pussy. Fucking
Oh, yeah,
give us these hard answers, like fucking hell.
So the first one was Manchester United 0, Manchester City 3, Premier League 2014. The second one was Man United 5, Tottenham 2, Premier League 2009. The third one was Chelsea 0, Manchester United 3, Premier League 2002. The fourth one.
What did we say?
Wait, what did we say?
Two.
We said
You said
2002.
2002. The
Let's go!
fourth one
That's a big win.
was Manchester United 0, Liverpool 1,
Oh,
Premier
no.
League 2004. And the last
Okay, we'll take
one
the
was
one
the UEFA. The last one was the UEFA Champions League final held at Wembley, with Pep Guardiola managing Barcelona and Alex Ferguson managing Manchester United. It finished Barcelona 3, Manchester United 1, and United had to get losers medals in the Champions League
Yep.
in
Cheers, Mel.
2011.
Cheers.
So you have
So 14 out of
actually
15.
finished with 14 out of 15, which means you are only 1 point ahead of Liverpool now, which means that you've got a lot of pressure. Oh, and next week we're going to have some black and white photos.
Oh,
No, as in they're going to be current, like they're going to be within this era, but they're just going to be black and white.
What do you mean by this era? Do you mean like 30 years? Because let's be real, you're fucking giving us shit answers every single week.
Anything from 2000.
You know what the funny thing was, Ciaran, here, I'll tell you a funny story, right?
Hold on. Anything from between now and 2000.
Nah, okay, no. 2010. 2010. If it's black and white.
RJ, if you argue me one more time, I'll go to 1990.
Lads, you know your history back then? Because I want to go down. No.
Yeah,
Do you know what the funny thing
a
was?
treble
Ciaran?
DVD.
Yeah. Do you know what the funny thing was, right? He literally shows a picture of United versus Watford, just the United players, no Watford fans at all. And we had to fucking, it was me and Matthew, we literally guessed it. Literally, this guy's a snake. He's a snake. Hold on, Declan Rice wannabe, seriously. Alright. Alright, okay.
That is now going to 1980.
To be fair, 14 points though. I mean, I was expecting like 10, but we smashed it with the year.
Exactly. Yeah, fair play, Dom as well.
Fair play, Dom.
Dom gave us 3 points. Yeah.
The Corona worked.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So
Corona.
Oh, to Christ. Anyway, like I said, guys, thank you so much for watching. First of all, Niall, where can they find you?
On Twitter at Niall_PAFC. Also follow the channel's Twitter at LetsTalkEPL and our Instagram at LetsTalkEPL_.
Hold on,
back
before
here
we do move on, can we just make sure Niall's answers are correct?
Yeah, sure.
So what's
Which one do you want to debate?
The one that we dropped points on. What was the Liverpool one? Sorry, Niall.
Finish 1-0 to Liverpool.
So 1-0 Liverpool against United.
If this is another bluff by Niall, like
it's
this is
definitely
more
correct.
What year?
2004 was it? Yeah, 2004.
Yeah, it was 2004 at Old Trafford.
I think he's right with this one. I did say there was a penalty save.
Okay, you are correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I saw the penalty.
Because of that, I will now be giving you 5 just from 1950.
No, fuck off. All right. Anyway,
go get your history right, because you're gonna damn well need it.
All right, time to bring back the old games. Especially this one.
What the
Especially
old,
this one.
what the old game from 1950? Good luck.
I mean, fuck it. You know, I'll find the Pac-Man. Anyway, where else can I find you now? Come on.
That's it. We'll be back here with
Right.
Formula One qualifying watching on tomorrow.
Perfect.
Mm.
Kieran, where can they find you?
We're in Barcelona, the team that beat you in the Champions League final twice.
Fuck's sake.
Well, the team that's fucking 1 billion in debt, so yeah, they can suck it. You know what I mean? Kieran,
They
where can they
have
find you?
2 winners' medals. You have 2 losers.
I don't give a shit.
Basically, Red Del Weekly on YouTube and on Twitter.
Yeah,
Where you
fair
can
enough.
find me.
Simple as that. Dom, where can they find you?
Sorry, just give me a minute, RJ.
He's
Are you sure you're okay?
No,
Yeah,
he's
probably
definitely high as a kite.
Okay, so where can they find you, Dom? Except for the local bar tomorrow morning.
So they can find me tomorrow in Blackpool.
Oh no. Oh my God.
I don't know where, but they can find me in Blackpool one day.
He's going to be
I
meeting
said-
Genie.
I'm not meeting Genie.
The
I'm
link
not
up.
meeting Genie.
Link up.
Link up
He's-
on Sunday. Link up
he's-
on
he's-
Sunday.
He's meeting under 18s.
Anyway,
He's older than me, but okay.
okay.
But
Genie
they can
isn't
find-
older than you.
Shh, Niall. Shh. And then you can find me on Dom.
Tom's dick.
Tom's
Okay.
Genie's Willie. Sonny's Willie. All the LTF.
Who's Sonny? I've forgotten
Willie.
who Sonny is.
Anyway.
And also they can find me on Dom Lindoni on Twitter.
Yeah, okay, perfect. And you can find me at Robotic Jaguar pretty much on this channel. I do try and lurk. Obviously, school is making busy, so once I've done that, I'll be on this every single day of the week during the summer. But you can also find me at Robotic Jaguar on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on YouTube. We're nearly at 10,000, only 300 off. We're getting there
Oh.
eventually, so yeah. So thank you guys so much for
I
watching.
got banned off TikTok.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Don't want to know
no.
why. So drink responsibly. Visit
Nudity.
drinkaware.ie. So if you do
Of
want
course,
to
he
know
got
about
done for nudity.
that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That has been the United Show, episode 11 in the United Show. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.